everybody. I'm out here cutting some first, second, and third crop. These are all waterways, and I had some pasture that I cut too. It's yielding really well. Normally I do this like 1st of June. Try to get a little bit of a dry spell in there where we can make it right along with our first crop A. Didn't happen this year because we had such a wet first half of June, and with the farm day and everything else going on, I'm just now getting to it. Unfortunately, they're saying the month of August is going to be a wet month. Well, I already told you that I was going to have at least a week of cutting, from the time to cut to the time I could bale it, and have plenty of time to get it made and dried down really well. Yeah, that was a lie. The weather forecast is saying rain in 4 days, which on regular hay wouldn't be a big deal. The problem is this stuff is extremely heavy. I'm very fortunate that we have the Rhino tedder, because the plan is chasing a deer up the waterway. It's not even afraid of me. I say the deer have been terrible this year. They really have. They've been active all year round, all summer long. And when you do see them, they really, you almost have to run into them before they even care enough to move. But this stuff is going to be so heavy that tomorrow I'm going to get this done tonight, and I don't have a whole lot more to do. But I'm assuming Ryan's going to come down. Either Ryan or I'm going to come down tomorrow morning. I'm going to ted all this out. I'm going to let it lay for 24 hours. I'm going to go through and ted it again. Yep, we're going to ted it twice. And we're going to see how wet it is come Monday morning. And if we can get away with baling it Monday, we will, because the goal is to get this cut, voice has gotten out on it. Get it cut, tedded, raked, baled, and hauled in under shelter, all before it gets any rain on it. Now hopefully, after hitting it twice, and if the sun cooperates, because we've had some cloudy days, we can go ahead and get this made. The reason I say we're going to ted it twice is because it's so heavy, and I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't be too overly surprised if we got to ted this a third time. And this is the real time killer right now. I'm in waterways, they're narrow, and you gotta do really sharp turnarounds to get into these waterways. You can back up through all 2 or 3 times, but even that takes a lot of time. This right here is where this hydro swing disc vine really shines. I haven't talked about it yet. I do have some corn that is flat. I don't know how flat yet. I'll bring the camera with me so you guys can figure out how bad it is right along with me. I'm thinking maybe half an acre to 3/4 of an acre. From a distance, I'm hoping it looks a lot worse than what it really is. I don't know if it's snapped off yet, or if it's just kind of goosenecked and just pushed over, laying out flat. At least that way there's some chance to pick up some bushels. But I just haven't gotten around to checking it, because I mean, the damage is done. There's nothing I can really do to it. other than sit and see it every time I drive past, which is irritating. This roof, cleaning out these waterways and getting this all cut though will really be nice. For taking the four-wheeler out at night, because this stuff is, it's probably about 6 foot tall. I mean, it's walking out through it, it's anywhere from my chest, and at its very highest point, the stuff's about as tall as me. But as far as worrying about quality, yeah, it's largely grass. There's a couple weeds in it, but our cattle, our beef cattle, are not picky eaters whatsoever. So it's kind of hard to just come in with the brush cutter, because I could knock all this out with that rhino cutter really quick. Grind it up and it looked really nice. But the problem is in these waterways, when the ag center comes through and spreads fertilizer and everything else, some of that does make its way to the waterway, and the grass catches it, and the grass catches some of that fertilizer. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that behind me, but I think this is going to end up really quick. For the amount that I cut, acres wise, and the amount of material that's there, I honestly think 25 to 30 bales, 25 to 35 bales is not out of the question. I mean, it's August, so we haven't cut it at all yet, so this is a combination. It's first crop. There's definitely some second crop there, and there's some that I wouldn't be too overly surprised if there's some third crop in it too. But I'd rather make it at the later part of the summer and at least have something to show for it, something that we can use, as opposed it's just a fence. I'd rather cut it and make something out of it, something that we can feed out that helps carry out our regular hay, because we can feed this right along with our regular hay bales, and it'll kind of carry them through. It'll last longer, because this year we did have a long winter. Not as long as it could have been. I mean, a really long winter would have been one that started in November, and I say that very quietly, but a winter that starts November or even the 1st of December and goes all the way through the month of April, I mean, that would really be hard on a lot of people's hay supplies. Even this past year, hay prices shot up. I mean, they were $70 to $80 a ton January, and by April they were 150 to 250 bucks a ton. That's not even like the quality stuff. And that's just stuff that was in the back of the shed that you just didn't quite get to feed out. Now, we don't make it a habit of selling hay. We don't do it very often. I used to. I cut, if you you go back in How Farms Works videos, there's video of me cutting the river bottom out. And that was all like reed canary and timothy. And it was just as heavy as this, if not heavier. It hadn't been cut right away, and you know, that stuff really grows. I was actually cutting it, and the swath that was leaving out behind the back of the disc vine was so wide that there was no ground showing. I mean, it looked like it really looked like I just went in and kind of knocked the hay over. It didn't really even look like I cut it. That stuff made tonnage. I can't remember right now. I think I was getting like 2.5 to 3 tons to the acre on that. I don't have that ground anymore. It was only a 1-year deal. That's the problem with river bottoms. My friend has a river bottom too, and they always worry when we get a hard rain or any severe flooding. The first thing we do is go check, make sure the cornfields aren't flooded out. I don't think I can handle that kind of stress. We are in driftless southwest Wisconsin. That's where the glaciers never hit. We have the gently rolling well, if you go anywhere with hills, you're going to find some significantly steep ones. We're no different. I like what we have. I like the gently rolling in the hills for the simple fact of that we don't have to worry about drainage tile. We don't have to worry about our fields flooding out. For the most part, I mean, you heard just what I said. We got river bottoms around here that I saw a couple. Ryan and I were checking crops yesterday. Oh, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. And yeah, there's some river bottoms that are yellow. So we did get a bit of a flood early on in the season. After everything was planted, it was what? June, when we had all that rain. So no, I don't have any ground currently that's bottom ground. I have no desire to pick up any bottom ground. Honestly, I'm to the point right now, as far as bottom ground goes, I don't think he could give it to me. So it's just kissed a rock. It's crops look nice. Corn looks nice. Beans look all right, depending on where you are. I mean, myself, I just don't think we're going to hit that 400 bushel to the acre corn and that 150 bushel to the acre soybeans. That would be sarcasm. I shouldn't have to say it, but I figure it's just safer that way. 200 bushel to the acre corn for us is average, what we'd expect. 180 isn't out of the question. Soybeans, 50 to 60. It's kind of hard to judge right now what the soybeans potential is, because if we have a wet August or we get the rain when we need it in August, soybean yields will be there. They look like they're flowering good right now, and potting, but really doesn't mean much if you don't get the rain to fill them out. So, yeah, I guess it's better late than never. I'm gonna call that a night, or call that a video, because same thing up here. I gotta watch what I'm doing, so I don't want to destroy anything. I already kissed a rock, or the cutter bar kissed a rock out front, and I had to stop and change out a bunch of blades there. and I want to get this done before it gets completely dark out, and it's 10 after 8. And the reason I hate the month of August is because that's when you can really start to tell the time change is coming around already. The sun is setting earlier and earlier. June is like my favorite month of the year, and I think everybody knows June this year really flew by. Don't mind the weeds, they're all in the waterway. We have no weeds in the field. Actually, all those weeds are from seeding down this waterway this spring. So hopefully you guys are hanging around later on here in a few days. I'll probably talk about tedding and seeing how good of a job it does. That rhino tedder is going to get a workout for how heavy these windrows are. And yeah, I think that's it for tonight. So thanks for watching. Take care, take it easy, keep in touch. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe.